Well, hi there. Welcome to the shop. It is a cold morning for me. Just thought I'd give you guys a little bit of an update, and I don't think that this will be a terribly long video, but I do want to give you guys some really cool visuals of the progress on the Chaos. Now, despite having the very first frost of the season, I have been able to get the base paint on the wing completed. This was a lot. This is three nice thin layers of white, and it looks great. I'm really pleased with it. As you can see, I also got the ailerons attached, installed. I'm using the micro pin hinges from Dubro. That works really well for this application. I've got 4 of them on each aileron, so I don't anticipate a single issue here. But overall, very pleased with the finish, very pleased with the paint and how even everything is. I think it'll be perfect for what we're going for. It's going to be a great backdrop for the scheme. And let me get the fuselage up on the table next. All right, so here you have the tail. The tail is done. All the paint is done on the tail. This includes the top and the bottom. Let me just rotate for you. So we've got the top and bottom colors all complete. Now I did have to do these stripes, had to mask off this whole section, painted the black, and then had to completely remask everything for these stripes. So yeah, masking takes time. Okay. There are a couple of times where I got a little heavy-handed here, where I've pulled a little bit of the paint off. So that's why I have the hair dryer out, because I learned my lesson. I need to soften the adhesive on the masking tapes because things are soft. When the paint hasn't set for a couple of days to fully cure out, you really need to make sure that you are being gentle. And so just a reminder, have a shop hair dryer. Do not, I repeat, do not use your wife's hair dryer. Yeah, you. So aside from the tail, what's left on the fuselage? Well, I've got everything masked off. I've got the wing saddle masked off inside, as well as the hatch for where the fuel tank and battery goes, because everything else is red. I need to mask off all the tail planes at this point and get this all ready to receive. I'll probably do a light mist coat, at least one light mist coat of white, let that cure out, and then lay down the red. As you can see, I laid down some white on the tail just for my base coat here. That was pretty straightforward and easy. So yeah, that's to be coming up next. And I also masked off the hatch, whole bunch of tape here. I didn't want to get the paint too much into where the hatch goes, because sometimes it can get sticky on humid days, especially with glow fuel and such. So I've masked that off, and at the very least, it'll get a coat of clear at the end. All right. So that will get painted straight up red, and that's it on the fuselage. So as you can tell, I mean, it doesn't seem like I did a whole lot of work, but this was honestly quite a bit of work. Just because it's masking, paint, light mist coat, come back, paint, light mist coat, come back, paint, light mist coat, let it cure a little bit, peel it off gently, let it cure, remask it, do it again. That's why I say, like, a lot of times people don't give credit to finish work on their models, but it takes a lot of time and effort to do a good job. So when you see a nice paint scheme, like a truly like done paint scheme and not something purchased from the store, make sure you take some time and compliment the builder on that, because it's not a trivial task. Now, moving forward, the next couple of weeks are going to be erratic in terms of posting. I have a number of commitments that I have to take care of. I have some things for Dubro, as well as for work and family. So if I'm not posting, that's why. More specifically, I will be out of country for a full week. While I could queue things up, work lately has been very busy in preparation for this trip being out of country. So please bear with me. We're moving into the holiday season. So there are going to be things coming. The big build. The big build is very shortly coming. As soon as I can knock the Kaos out, we're down to just a box of parts. I've got a whole box of Dubro parts to put in this airplane, and I've got servos to install and tubing and plumbing and valves and figuring out whether or not this mount from Dubro is going to work as opposed to the other one. So things to do, but a lot of it is rinse repeat. And so I can cover that in a basic video and tell you guys the part numbers and such that I'm using for that aspect of the build. So not terribly difficult stuff, but like the big build, the biggest, most expensive build I'm ever endeavoring is next. I have all the parts except for one, but that's neither here nor there. That's a custom part that I have to work out with a club member. So stay tuned. Okay, guys. In the meantime, it's build season. You know, it's cold. I had to go out to the field in a sweatshirt yesterday morning because everything was frozen. And so that means you need to go over to dubro.com, use code Josh10 at checkout, at least until, you know, they have Black Friday sales. And get yourself a little bit of a discount there. Get building, because build season comes and goes faster than you can think. We've got holiday seasons coming up, which means family commitments, which means all sorts of other commitments. All right. In my area, I've got to rake leaves. Okay. I have a life to live too. So until next time, keep working and painting your flying works of art.